Assalamu alaikum. So, you are your habits. And essentially, this is something I've learned over the course of 33 years in this dunya and this planet. So, in this video, I wanted to focus on a couple of things. One thing is, as Muslims, we sometimes pay a lot of attention to external things in our life, especially when it comes to politics or different type of things that affect the global ummah. And I believe these are very important. But in reality, there's very little that you can do to impact the global things. And especially if you focus on it too much, you might feel desperate. You might feel like there's no way out. And actually, that's not true. That's not true, because what you can control is a lot of things in your own little small life. In this video, I'm going to break down why it's important to focus on the internal growth more than anything external, because if you fix yourself, by extension you're going to fix people around you, you're going to fix community, society, etc. You cannot fix society or affect any change if you yourself are broken, meaning there's different areas in life which need to be in place for you to even start affecting bigger change and even consider, thinking about global politics. We all have these grandiose ideas about society, how societies should run, what's the future, where's the ummah, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, take a look at your day and tell me, when did you wake up? When do you go to sleep? And I can tell you if you are being if you actually live a good life or not. Just these two things are quite important. Sleep is really important. And basically, my whole point is, if you just fix the small things in your life, small things, when you wake up, how much you eat, how much you study, how much you work out, if you just put small efforts into your daily life, those things are actually exponential. So if you do a day by day, a year by year, a month by month of working out, you will see the results. If you do this with your nutrition and eating, you will see the results. If you do this with your prayer and your fasting and your dhikr, you will see the results. But people make a mistake. They only focus on one part of their life. Let's say Islam. I'm great in dhikr, I'm great in dua, I'm great in that. Okay, how's your money? Oh, I don't care about money. It's dunya. Okay, so you're not. This is not the sunnah. This is not the sunnah. This is not how you should be thinking. You have to have all these things in place. Your Islam should be on point, but your money should be on point. Your health should be on point. On all these things, your relationships as well. So if you're missing one of these things, meaning that you are overemphasizing something and de-emphasizing something else. And the core issue here is you haven't connected your daily routine, your daily boring dunya, materialistic, whatever, to the akhirah. Meaning that, how is me going to work and being a car mechanic helping the ummah? Well, there's a lot of things you can do there to earn the barakah of Allah. You can do many things as a car mechanic. You can do many things as a dentist for the ummah. You can do many things as an engineer. You can do many things as a truck driver. You can do many things as a business person. All these areas can be connected by changing your niyyah. So you don't go to work just to make money. You go to work because you have a niyyah. So you do vision board. You have some vision. I have a vision here, but you do a vision of your job, of your life, of everything you do, and you create a vision and goals and steps to get there. And the vision could be, in my business, I'm gonna do this because I want to open a school for orphans in Gaza, or I want to build a masjid. So to build a masjid, I need this much money. To earn this much money, I need to close this many deals. To close this many deals, I need to meet this many people. To meet this many people, I need to send this many emails. How many emails per day do I need to send? That is the action that I'm doing today. So today, when I'm sending 25 emails a day, I know I'm contributing to my overall vision of building a masjid and being an Islamic center in Slovakia, which will be there after my death, and this will earn me sadaqah jariyah in my grave. Now, it's hard to think like that, but this is key. So that email, that boring call, that thing that you fixing a teeth, whatever, that thing now becomes the source of barakah, because it's connected to the niyyah, to the pleasure of Allah, and to helping the deen of Allah to grow. And this is the key. If you can figure this out, you can do everything for the sake of Allah. And that's when dunya becomes fun. Meaning, I go to gym. I don't go to gym to look good for other people. I don't give a I can cover myself. I don't care. I don't want to show myself. I'm going there. Why? Because I want to improve myself, because I want to be a better version of myself, because I want to do more for the deen of Allah. And if I'm fit and I feel good and I'm not obese and I don't feel like, I know that feeling. I was really fat one time. So I know the feeling of being fat, and I want to feel healthy. I want to feel strong. Then that's going to help me drive the vision of my company, that's going to help me stay healthy, that's going to help me live longer in this dunya. It's going to help me avoid sickness, like having a cancer or something like that, because I'm going to take care of the body more. And this is going to help me overall. So I'm going to stay fit for the sake of Allah. Now the key is, how do you build that habit? How do you develop a habit like this? So it's quite crucial to stay disciplined. But discipline, it's very difficult. Most people don't have it. So discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. This is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said this. So you do every day, you do this thing, no matter if you feel depressed, no matter if it's rain, if it snows, if you have to go for a party, if you have to go to work, if you do anything else, you do this one thing every day. So you go work out every day, you go to sleep every day at this time, you go to eat, you eat this food, and you just do this every day. Why? Because there's a compound effect, and this is how habits are built. Now the problem is, if you don't include good things in your life, like working out, eating healthy, blah blah blah, you will still need habits, and it will just be replaced by your shayateens, and they will come and give you bad habits. So for example, overeating, not sleeping well, watching porn at night, all these things will come in your life to replace the good habits, and you will feel depressed and miserable, and you want to kill yourself. And this is how they get you. So the key is not to focus on the global affairs of the Ummah. We need to pay attention to them, but 95% of your focus should be on yourself. How am I fighting my shayateen, my nafs today? Okay, my nafs are telling me I don't want to go to gym. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the gym. My nafs are telling me, let's just have that cake. I'm not gonna touch that cake, because I know that cake is gonna take away from my mental ability to stay on the Sirat al-Mustaqim, which is this path that I've chosen. I'm not gonna go out and do this. And you can all build it in a halal way. You can all build it. So if you go to a gym, go in the hours where there are no women there. So I go in the morning, there's no one there. So it's just myself, and it's halal. But here comes the big point. So to have a discipline, you need clarity. So you need to have a vision and then a goal breakdown. Most people have no clarity about their life. They just live day to day, month to month, no clarity what they're doing. So that's where there's no progress. They're not moving anywhere. So 5 years ago, they were stuck. 10 years ago, and 10 years in the future, they're still doing the same thing. It's like, why haven't you improved? Why haven't you changed? Because they are so lazy. They can't even get themselves to change. And so like I was 5 years ago, somewhere completely different. I changed so much. And every year I'm reinventing myself and driving future vision. And so I don't know what's going to be happening in 5 years, but I want to have a growth mindset, so I never stop improving, meaning improving in anything. And this is something we're missing as the Ummah. We need this. We need this mentality of dominating every area of our life. We have Islam. Imagine non-Muslims. They just have this self-improvement, yoga, blah, 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 and they can dominate every area in terms of money, health, and relationships on paper. But they're missing the key ingredient. They have no purpose why they're doing it. They have no reason. They have no objective meaning. They have no morality. They have no key to the universe. We have those things, and yet we're falling behind. How embarrassing is this? How embarrassing is this ummah that we have the biggest thing, the reason why we exist, we understand. The reason what's going to happen on this earth, we know. And yet we are falling behind in every category of all the things in the dunya. And we should be dominating them. All of them. But I want to talk about the excuses, because many people will say, well, I just, I don't see progress. So for example, you will not see progress. You will spend a month in the gym, there's nothing going to happen. So you will be discouraged. But this is a long-term game. You're talking years now. This is a lifestyle. You're implementing something, you're going to stick to it until you die. Not for a month, not for a week. This is not a diet. So all these things, when you implement them, you don't let them go. Your finances, your wealth, your health, your relationships, your deen, you're not letting them go. You're keeping them in your life. You understand what I'm saying? The second thing, it's going to be very hard. Most people will not achieve this. The 0.1%, I just read the statistics, there's only 0.1% of men who have a six-pack. So that's actually, you are more likely to be a millionaire than to have a six-pack. So if you want a six-pack on your belly, how likely is that? Unlikely, but it's a goal and you can achieve it. So it's very hard. You're trying to do something very hard, but this is great. Um, then there's this Shayatini way where in your head you say, hey, I live in Slovakia, it's a non-Muslim country, it's winter, it's cold, it's dark, I have a family, I have kids. I can't do this much stuff. So when I move to another house, maybe there's gonna be more time. When I move to another country, maybe when I finish school, when I do when I find a job, when this is a shaitan. This is shaitan trying to cancel your path of improvement. And basically, this when I move somewhere is bullshit because you can just do it now. I live in the central Slovakia. I've established a masjid here. I don't need anything else. Like, we don't have to move to make a hijrah. I don't need to move to this place or this place. We just do it here. I don't need to go to another place to feel fit. I'll start working out now. I'll start doing these things now. You can do anything you want in your life. You can start doing it now, but you're just putting in these roadblocks on your head, so you procrastinate. So it's a mind game, but figure it out. Again, my genetics. I'm too big boned. I can't lose weight. It's bullshit. Like, people lost weight. Like, thousands of people lost weight when they are huge. So it's just a waste of time to even get through this excuse. But I'm this way because of my father left me as a child, so I'm depressed and I have trauma. Okay, so my father left me, so what? So what? Like, everyone has a trauma in this life. Everyone has a really difficult background, usually. So, like, you can't really use that as an excuse why your life is not where you want to be. Like, stop blaming anything else and just take responsibility and take control of what you're doing. And this is your qadr. Now, there's a bigger qadr, which you can't really change, the external world, but your own things, your own decisions, try to make them in a better way. So that's the point. That's the point of the video. Self-improvement is basically not an option. Right now, if you live in the modern age, you live in the dunya, you need to self-improve because this world is full of distractions. And if you don't stay on this path of doing all these things that I've just mentioned, you will be distracted and you'll go astray, whether in Islam or your dunya life, and it will have a big impact on you. So this is the only way to survive because we live on our laptops, on our notebooks. We're sitting down, we're not active. This lifestyle is horrible. We're entertained all the time. It's not getting well. So you need to build difficulty in your life to stay relevant. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.